Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for being here. Today we have a really special guest, Diego Di Tomasso, the COO of OVR, which is a really cool project. We're going to talk about what it is, why you should be checking it out, and all that good stuff. So Diego, thanks for being here, man.
Thank you. Thank you to you for hosting me. So it's a great pleasure to be here with you.
So I was going to say, really quickly, would you mind giving an introduction, about yourself, how you got into the crypto space, what drove you to, start this project in the first place?
Yeah, of course. So, I've been in the crypto space since 2014. I got in the rabbit hole a long time ago. And then in 2017, basically, I started going more and more deep in the rabbit hole. And what happened is that in 2018, I met Davide Cottini, that is the co-founder and CEO of the company. And he was running a business on AR and VR. And since 7 years. And so talking together, we was thinking if we can combine blockchain technology with AR in order to scale, the know-how that he acquired in all these years. And so we try to understand if we can build a platform to create geolocalized AR and VR experiences. So this is the way the project was born. So in 2018, we started building. And we went through the whole bear market, and I think that was quite a good timing to be able to build, because you don't have the pressure, to perform with your token and so on. And then finally, we was also lucky because we decided to launch it when we was mature enough in terms of technology, and that date was 30th of November, and basically was also a kind of the time when the bull run started. So we've been also lucky with the timing, let's say. So so the project publicly was launched on 30th of November in 2020. Yeah. And the project basically OVR is a platform to build what we call a platform for the spatial web. So basically, the idea is to create something to put AR and VR contents in specific geographic locations. And so the reason why also basically we decide to use the blockchain is because our project is similar to the web. No? So in the web, you have web domains. If you have a web domain, you decide where to put, you decide the contents that will have over there. In our case, you have spatial domains. So you need to decide what content we will put in some specific place. So in order to give ownership and control on these locations, we decided to use the Ethereum blockchain. So basically, we divided the world in hexagons of 300 square meters. And all of those are NFTs. So basically, if you own, for example, the NFT at the Colosseum or at the Tour Eiffel, you will be able to decide what will be the content that people will visualize over there. So basically, as I mentioned, we was launched, 6 months ago now. It looks like a life ago. And we've been selling so far 270,000 of these virtual lands. We have an app where you can visualize the contents, and also we just came out with the builder. So basically right now you're also able to basically upload the contents. So either you have your own 3D assets, either you can also use assets from Sketchfab or other sources. That's at a very high level what we're doing.
That's amazing. Yeah, if you look at all of the stuff that's happening in the NFT space, right? There's a lot of stuff in content. There's a lot of stuff going on in, licensing and branding and, of course, art. But I think one place that naturally fits very well is this world of augmented reality, virtual reality, being able to actually give people ownership of, virtual places and spaces. And so when you look at that from your company's perspective, where do you see this market going from here? Do you see a lot of people really interested in buying, what is largely, sort of a virtual experience?
Well, I think that we are like in a micro cycle. Where our at the time that we spent in the digital world, it's more and more. And if you look at statistics of how much time people are staying in front of their smartphones, it's still growing day by day. So, I think that in some way it's inevitable that, this information world and this physical world will merge together. And at the end of the day, we believe that, I mean, the mean that will be used to do that will be AR. So, I mean, and also if you look at all the statistics or projections about what are the growth that is expected, I mean, AR have a huge potential. I mean, even if compared to virtual reality, because, you know, virtual reality is super cool and it's something that also we are doing, but you know, with virtual reality, you are in a totally separate world. And actually, we do live in a spatial world. So I think that the most natural way that these worlds will combine, it will be through AR. So having both the information world, I mean, the virtual reality, the augmented reality world, and the physical world that need to merge together. Because at the end of the day, we live in the physical space. So we will not go around with a headset that will cover all of our, I mean, view. Probably, I mean, when also Apple will come out with smart glasses, we will see more and more the combination of this. But I think, I mean, that the future is for sure with metaverse, but it will be a combination of the physical and the virtual world. And I mean, we see it every day, like with this NFT craze that we are seeing, you know. I mean, people outside of our world look at this like a crazy thing. But if you think about that, it's not so strange. I mean, we pass so much time in this digital world. So it makes perfect sense that people people give value to this kind of assets that are not physical, are virtual, but we live in the virtual world. So that's my point.
Yeah, and I mean, if you look at the world that we live in now, there's already been instances in the past where augmented reality has really garnered a lot of attention. And so a natural parallel I think people might draw is, you know, something like this to Pokemon Go, right? A very popular game that also gives you the opportunity to truly own something, you know, in the due course of using it. Would that be a fair parallel to draw?
Absolutely, absolutely. Like, I mean, this is, I mean, when we try to explain our project to people that doesn't know anything about AR, I mean, the first and best thing to say to them, look, we are doing a platform to build Pokemon Go use cases. And in fact, I mean, this is also one of our first use cases. In fact, if you download our app now, you can go and do these treasure hunts. And that had a huge success because people actually went to 300,000 physical locations with their phone to collect our tokens. So, you know, try to convince the people to go to 300,000 places. Good luck, you know. So I mean, really, this this AR geolocalized gaming thing, gaming concept that was born with Pokemon Go is super powerful. In fact, we see what was the success of Pokemon Go. But our idea is, I mean, to go beyond this, no? So it's not just for playing, but it's also to have any other kind of experience. For example, I don't know, live events, or can be virtual retail, or having avatars explain you about places, having historical reconstructions. I mean, your imagination really is the limit. So I think that Pokemon Go, it's an amazing use case that really showcase what is the potential of this kind of engagement. So the engagement that you can create when you connect the 3D and the physical world. And actually also we need to remember that Pokemon Go was a long time ago, because it was launched in 2016 when the technology, yes, was good, but not as good as it today. You know? So now the phones that we have in our pockets is so powerful that you can have very, very high level experiences that you could not have before. So also one characteristic of our company is that we are very focused on mobile first. So so all the technology that we built is, we think about that has to run on a mobile phone. Just because, of course, everybody has one of these in his pockets. And so also this is, I think, a big difference between us and other projects that had huge success, like, for example, the Central Land. That is a project that we also always think about when we think about our market cap and where we could go. I mean, they have an amazing project. I mean, they was probably the first project that decided to bring NFTs, to merge NFTs and virtual worlds. But in that case, I mean, it's more a desktop experience. It's totally a virtual world. While, I mean, in our case, we are really totally on the other side. So all of our projects is, I mean, engineered to run on mobile phones.
And I think it's good because the layers that you can add when you can still let people experience the physical space. Like when I travel, for example, I think it would be cool to be able to sort of travel through time in the place that I am at, right? When you talked about having this sort of reconstruction of historical spaces, I think is really powerful. But also moving that through to say, what will this place look like from an artist's perspective in 200 years, right? And build a futurescape as well. I think that these types of experiences are things people will be more and more focused on going forward as they travel the world with their phones in their pockets. So is that all you need to really, experience this is your mobile phone?
Absolutely, absolutely. So everything works with the mobile phone. I mean, the mobile phone knows where you are with the GPS. And then
Mhm.
also we use computer vision to better localize you. So it's called SLAM technology. And so basically, when you are somewhere in the phone with your phone, you can browse a content if somebody, of course, put the content over there. But I mean, right now we have a very big community that is starting growing of builders because we released our SDK, our builder to connect to create these contents just 2 weeks ago. And this week you will finally be able to actually upload these contents. But we have 100 people that are playing with this. No, so our big goal right now is to onboard as much builders that as much as we can, so that they can actually create this world, no? Because of course, the content is always the most important part of it.
So where can someone who wants to build things on this platform, on the OVR platform, where can they go to do that? And then where can people who want to experience it go to just download the app and check it out?
Yeah, so basically, so starting from the first question, so you just go on our website. So in our website, you can buy our tokens, you can buy the virtual lands, and you can build. So we have these three sections. If you go in the builder section, you will get in a web interface
Mhm.
where actually you can upload the contents that you have or you create inside these hexagons. And then, of course, to visualize it, you can download the app that is already available, both for iOS and Android. And over there, you can both see some examples that we have in a section that is called Playground, but also you can browse the experiences, both being in the place, but also you can browse the experiences remotely. So if the creator allows it, you can also see it from your home. So you can see what is the experience that, again, is in the Colosseum. So you can have a preview of that sitting in your home. Of course, it's totally different if you go there physically, because we will be
Mhm.
contextualized in the place, but still you can have this experience. And another thing that we added now, especially developed during the COVID, we are still in the COVID, but we are going out,
Mhm.
hopefully. Also, we create the opportunity to go in virtual places. So basically, these are still AR experiences, but where you can go inside. So like, for example, you will see if you try with the app, we have this playground, and there is like these portals. So where you get inside the portal, you walk inside the portal, and you are in a virtual world. Like, for example, you can go in the Sistine Chapel and
Mhm.
walk inside the Sistine Chapel, crossing this, spatial portal. So, all the experiences are already there. I mean, you can really test it by yourself. I mean, I encourage everybody to test it. It's quite impressive what you can do already today.
I'll leave a link down in the description below for folks that are watching. If you want to try the app, I've gotten the chance to tinker around with it a little bit. Really cool stuff. I think virtual experiences in full and augmented reality experiences are just going to continue to gain more traction. And so that's kind of what drove me to check out this project in the first place, especially with its connection to NFT, where you can really own something. So Diego, thanks so much for being here. I really appreciate you giving folks an introduction to the project, and surely we'll continue to get OVR featured on the channel.
That's great. Thank you very much for having me here. It was a pleasure, really. Thank you.
Likewise, thanks so much, and thank you everyone for watching. Please do check out the links in the description below, and until next time, cheers.